Hello, I'm Kevin of the S Tiers, and this is the 8th and final episode of our series, My Pokemon Gym League. Pokemon gyms have been a staple of the main series games since Gen 1, and often serve as a checkpoint system to guide you to the endgame. With some exceptions, gym battles can often be easy because of one fatal flaw: type limitations. I believe this is actually a beneficial flaw, as it helps teach newer players the strengths and weaknesses of different types and encourages players to train a diverse team that covers a variety of types. It also kind of ensures that most players can easily progress through the game regardless of skill, which is A-okay. Now, some of you may have seen Julian's video about his top 6 hopes for Pokemon Sun and Moon. If you haven't seen it, which you probably haven't, go watch it. It's only like 6 minutes. I'm assuming you've watched the previous 7 episodes of this series, so that should be nothing to you. Click on it. Look, I even put a card thingy up at the top right for you, if you're on mobile. Remember this timestamp. Now, with that out of the way, Julian mentions in this video that he would like to see aspects of the game other than battling receive more development. And although he didn't state this, I think this would suggest a more open-world Pokemon game, making gyms detached from the main storyline. This would mean players could advance through the game while focusing on areas they prefer, like contests or gambling? That isn't really a Pokemon-specific activity. Oh yeah, completing the Pokédex.
Start talking about your gym already, nerd.
Okay. We're almost there. What I'm getting at is that in a system like this, gyms can be tougher since beating them would no longer be a necessity. I'm designing my gym with this circumstance in mind. As the 8th gym, I would be a trainer's final trial before being qualified to challenge the Elite Four. To start, trainers would enter the gym to have the doors closed behind them, locking them in. The gym assistant would then explain that this gym is an endurance test, replicating the conditions in which you would fight the Elite Four. As such, this prevents players from leaving the gym to heal their Pokemon at the Pokemon Center between battles. If you talk to the assistant, however, he can open up the door for you so you can leave, but gym progress will be reset upon leaving. There would be 5 trainers, besides me, in the gym. 4 Ace trainers and 1 Dragon Master. Yes, my gym would be the Dragon-type gym. Dragon isn't really my favorite type. That title is awarded to Water-type. Unfortunately, Zamir called Dibs on it, so I defaulted to Dragon. Since people generally assume it's the strongest type or something, it's not. That aside, let's talk about the gym some more. To get to the gym, you'd have to start from a town of dragon-loving people at the base of a mountain which you'll be climbing to the top. At the top of the mountain would be the gym. The gym itself would be a high path from the mountain, complete with log bridges, flaming torches, waterfalls at the back, and rock spikes on either side. At the bottom would be some kind of hot spring in the town where old people relax or something. The waterfall is feeding into the spring. It would really give a feeling of accomplishment upon seeing how high up you've gone. As for the battles, first you'd have to fight 2 Ace trainers on either side. They would use second stage Dragon Pokemon in the level 42 to 44 range and have 2 Pokemon each. After defeating both of them, a Dragon Master in the center platform steps forward, and you are now able to challenge him. His team would consist of 3 more dragons, 2 second stage evolutions, and 1 fully evolved, within the same level range as the other trainers. After defeating him, there is only 1 battle left between you and the gym leader. 2 Ace trainers set up for a double battle. They both have 1 level 45 Pokemon each, but here's the catch. They have Mega Ampharos and Mega Sceptile. Occurrences like these aren't seen too often, since each trainer can only have 1 Mega Evolution. This combination can be deadly, as Mega Ampharos can use Discharge to nip at both of the opponent's Pokemon, possibly paralyzing them, and Mega Sceptile's Lightning Rod will boost its special attack, allowing its Leaf Storm to threaten to destroy any Pokemon on the opponent's side. This really emphasizes the need to have some sort of type coverage, as this battle is made much easier by using a solid Ice-type move to Mega Sceptile's face. Now that you've defeated the Ace Trainer duo, I stand not 5 steps ahead of you. My team would consist of 5 Pokemon. I would lead with a level 48 Garchomp, boasting a moveset of Dragon Claw, Iron Head, Earthquake, and Swords Dance. Dragonclaw and Ironhead recover for any Dragon, Ice, or Fairy-type Pokemon. Swords Dance and Earthquake are included to cover for Steel types, and generally anything else that resists my other two moves. My next three Pokemon will come in no specific order, but likely take advantage of switch-ins given that Garchomp faints. I'd have a level 49 Salamence with Facade, Stone Edge, Dragonclaw, and Brick Break. Paired with Intimidate, these moves allow for a counter to some strategies like Status, Burn, Screens, and Stat Boosting, or other heavy physical attackers. Kingdra, level 46, will cover additional move types with Surf and Ice Beam, relying on Dragon Pulse for a strong stab hit when needed. And Disable for any strange scenario where it's needed, perhaps Outrage. My next two Pokemon would be interesting. Altaria and Charizard, both level 50 and capable of Mega Evolution, but only one of them can evolve during the battle. While Mega Altaria's Fairy typing makes it an interesting asset to the team, Mega Charizard's Dragon type paired with Fire can make its coverage for Dragon and Ice types handy, never mind the fact that Fire resists Fairy. Both Megas would take some advantage of stat boosting moves, as being a Mega Pokemon makes them take full advantage of these boosts, being the last thing standing between the opponent and victory. Altaria is the pinnacle of stall, with Cotton Guard, Rest, Dazzling Gleam, and Dragon Pulse. Altaria can be difficult to feint if you don't get the jump on it. Charizard, on the other hand, exists to sweep you. With Dragon Dance, Flare Blitz, Dragon Claw, and Giga Impact, Charizard takes advantage of Stab, its ability Tough Claws, stat boosts, and hard-hitting moves to reverse sweep a team if it gets the chance. Of course, this team may be scary in theory, but strong teams will definitely rise to the challenge and be able to take it down. When they do, they will receive the Valiant Badge, a badge awarded to those who have shown courage and determination in defeating the gym, along with the TM Dragonclaw and Dragon Pulse, which have both been present among most of my team. The reason I decided trainers should receive both TMs is so that trainers can bring out a Pokemon's full potential in teaching them the TM that better suits them. Traded Pokemon of all levels will now obey the trainer in recognition of their accomplishments, and the HM move Waterfall can now be used outside of battle. Speaking of which, upon returning to the town below and visiting the hot springs, trainers can now use Waterfall to reach the end of the gym, where trainers can find the Salamence site. And that's all! Thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this series more than I did. If you'd like to see more content like this in the future, please subscribe. And if you have any suggestions on what could be improved, I encourage you to leave your criticisms in the comments below. On the left is an annotation linking you to the beginning of a playlist of the entire series if you haven't watched it yet, and on the right is a video of me being an idiot. In the middle are links to the music used throughout this video, from Electric Mudkip and Lala 19357, both of which make great music in my opinion, and I highly suggest you subscribe to them if you agree. Enjoy the rest of the music, and have a nice day.